Hello, and welcome in. My name is woahhjess, and I'm back with more Timberborn. Today should be the day when I finally get to make golems. Not too far now. Everything is set up. All the prerequisites are in motion. We're smelting. We're making explosives. We're growing potatoes, and it should be easy going. We even have tons of research available. So the first thing, right off the bat, we can get the biofuel refinery. Boom! We can also just go ahead and pick up the biofuel tank. Boom! So these are pretty big. I need to figure out where they need to go. Especially because over the course of this playthrough, we've kind of, eaten up everything we have access to, haven't we? I kind of want to see if I can do this without making a second district, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let me work on that right now. Okay, so I ended up building something like this. So initially I thought I was going to build this over here, so I made this cool little double staircase thing, partially as an experiment, but also just to have easy access to bring water and resources up here. But then I landed on putting it here, and I left the staircase because I think it looks pretty cool. We will be keeping our biofuel here inside the tank. This is the refinery, which I checked. It does not need power. However, biofuel does need water and organics in order to make biofuel, so I put 2 water tanks here as well. Inside this, I'll probably just store surplus food. And we are already growing tons of potatoes, so we should have, we have loads of extra stuff. Loads of it, so I think we can keep it right there. Let's get it built. All right, so we've got this built. I've got 2 beavers working the biofuel refinery. It took a minute because we were lacking water, and we still kind of are. But we've got biofuel stocking up, so I'm going to begin working on the golem factories. In the meantime, I've actually marked these trees here for cutting and removed their planting zone because this is not enough water, 5 pumps. But we also just lost this collection of water during the drought very quickly. So I'm thinking that I'm going to actually engineer an inner reservoir right here using the terrain itself and explosives. I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. I'm still kind of planning it out mentally. But let's see if we can give it a go. Okay, so I have landed on one of 2 things. Building a golem factory setup through here. We need 3 different factories. We need 1 for the torso, 1 for limbs, and then 1 for the head. If we look at the assembly center, it takes 4 limbs, 1 torso, 1 head. But we can build 4 limbs at the time it takes to build a torso and a head, so I think we should be able to just do a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio into a golem factory, meaning we need 4 buildings. They all require power, though, and a significant amount. Nearly 1,000 beaver power. Well, when I look at our buildings, we have extra supply, but I'm not sure it's enough. It just might be. It just might be until we have a drought, which, speaking of, drought's coming in 2.3 days. Ugh. So I'm either going to put the golem set up here or over here. It really depends on what we can do with our extremely long power shaft. Loot alert again. It might be easiest to build it over here. It's just going to take a lot of hauling to get something like this over here, but that may or may not be okay. So here's what I've come up with. I decided that this would be the easiest solution to implement given the power situation, and it also wasn't that much in need of alteration to what we had going on here. I just had to change one piece here, which I think I'll prioritize. But we have a golem factory consuming 250 beaver power, and then these three consuming a total of 450 together for 700 beaver power. We do actually have excess on the line for this much. It's hard to tell because, well, I guess when the wind's not blowing, we don't. Well, we'll just have to fix that, won't we? So, it's almost drought time. The drought of cycle 11, day 14. So I've blown up those few tiles over here. I'm not sure how to take these two out without completely breaking the power shaft, so I think I'll leave those. But we did make a few blocks more of water. I've filled, well, okay, now I have filled this trench up to the brim, or as much as I can in our time. I've also filled this one up, and we could maybe even let a little bit more in by lowering this. Now raising it back up. So we have 0.2 days left, and I had some things in mind. First off, I've paused the biofuel refinery, so we stopped processing water here because I don't think we have enough water to make it through the drought. So I made sure this time to get ahead of it and raise this. Well, I gotta be careful because we're gonna cause a massive flood. Right here it comes. Let's close this to 2 so as to stop all the water. I think. I hope to stop all the water that we can. And then I'm gonna close this one right here now. The drought has started. Oh, that didn't work as well as I thought it would. I guess that makes sense. It really isn't much higher. Oh, but we got a bunch of water backed up. Okay, so we are 3 days through this 8-day drought, and we are already getting dangerously low on water. So I have paused these 3 water tanks in hopes of making do with what we've got. Luckily we have backup here. We also have some extra water that we can pull from this area if needed, and also back here. Can't see it, but it's back there. There's some water in that tunnel that I built. Also, we just have no power, so when the wind decides to blow, I've prioritized the plank, the lumber mill, and the gear workshop because we are dangerously low on planks and gears, as in we have none. I've decided to try and create a test windmill here to see if the wind actually blows in this location rather than over there, because there might be something to it that I'm not considering. So this is my test structure to try out a different windmill. It's also a bigger windmill, and maybe I'll also build some of these up here based on the results of this test. Oh, look, we're out of water. Awesome. That was quick, huh? Okay, so I guess let's let it all down. All of it. So 2.5 days left, and I already had to drain some water from this reservoir, a little bit of water from this reservoir, and finally some water from this one. I have a much harder time gauging how much water is in here, so I just let a little bit out, but we are getting dangerously low on stock and dangerously low here, so This is our priority for sure. Gotta make a water reservoir. Oh no. 1.5 days left and we're already out of water. What to do? I guess we just let it all out. Perhaps the water level is so low that it won't even flow through the floodgate. Well, that's tragic. We have no water. Oh, that's it. Good luck, little beavers, good luck. Just hold out for one more day. Okay, we have less than half a day of drought left. Literally everyone's dehydrated. Nobody has died of thirst yet. The question is, can they make it? Wow! And we just ran out of water in this area too. Come on! Nobody's died of thirst yet. Come on, water! There it goes! Yay! We're pumping! They are some hardy, resistant beavers. Whoa! Maybe raise this a little bit. I don't know. Too much water. Too much water. Oh, you know why? I forgot to lower this. Oops. Yes, somehow they're all still thirsty. How does that work out? Just drink from the ground, beavers. It's all right in front of you. So we are 7 days into cycle 12, and I still haven't been able to produce enough water to support all these beavers. They were in such a deficit that they remain in a deficit. So I ended up building another pump over here in hopes to alleviate that ever so slightly, and I've marked them all on very high priority, and we're still struggling. Also, I don't believe the windmills are affected by location. Then again, I guess they're somewhat on the same height here, but it doesn't seem as if I'm getting much benefit. However, I am able to use this windmill here rather than taking up valuable land space, so there is that option. Okay, so while it turns out we actually don't have enough power when the wind is not blowing, we're making golems. I think we just made our first golem. I don't even know where it goes. When it pops out, what happens? I don't know. Does it show up over here? Golems? Unemployed? I have an unemployed golem. What? You think I can put them on water gathering? How does this work? Well, let's see. Where is water? Water pump. Golem. Do they work through the night? Look at that, they have a different color light and they do work through the night. Aerobot number 1! MVP! Oh, wow. So having this golem in place already has helped so much with water gathering, it's insane. It's amazing. Just in a day, our water crisis is mostly solved. It was getting a little bit better each day, but this made a huge difference having a golem work through the night when all the beavers were sleeping. Also, I'm getting ready to blow this up, and I thought you might want to watch. Are you ready? Wow. Wow! I actually didn't want to blow up the outer layer. Oops. I guess I can build a levee there. Okay, so the drought is 0.1 days away. I'm going to already just pause these buildings here. Let's just have the barrel bots going maybe and pause all the others. I've already raised these floodgates. I've raised this one. I'm going to raise these now, I think. It might cause a little bit of a backup, but might be okay. Okay, what are the science? I just want to point out, these windmills right here are not turning. These ones right here are. Now, I am not sure how these ones are going. I'm not sure if that is just coincidental or what. I just happened to notice that. But this gives me hope. Okay, I'm definitely going to lean into that. I'm leaning into it. Alright, once again, these windmills up here are not turning while these ones are. I would love to be able to test if that has to do with the fact that they're different types of windmills. These are small, these are large. But I'm actually struggling for gears and planks terribly right now. So I waited for, I built a new windmill. I waited the entire drought for the wind to stop. Oh, of course, right when I unmute my microphone, it happens. Okay, I had to science it. Look, big windmills going, small windmill not going. So that's the answer. The difference in windmill type. Second, we made it through that long drought with just 2 water pumps going. Granted, I had a lot in storage, but just having those 2 barrel pots going around the clock not only gave us enough water, but didn't draw it too quickly. I'm not sure if it had more to do with how much water I had in storage or the other way around. Okie dokie, so I did a whole bunch. First off, I built another power wheel and set up a windmill setup here. I got rid of the other 2 that I built, replaced it with a water wheel, and put these 4 here. Also, we have 7 barrel bots. 3 of them are making planks. Or should be making planks. One's making gears, that way we constantly have some going here. And I put some in, 2 in a hauling post and 1 in the water. And the drought's coming in 1.7 days. Let's see how we do. Alright, here comes the drought. Time to raise everything. By building this setup, we actually do get a little bit extra room for water. Just a little bit, but let's close it all up. Oops, this one's been set a little bit too high this entire time. The sound indication that the drought has started comes a little bit too late for me to be able to catch this. But it is what it is. Let's see how we do. We have 6 days to survive. Okay, conversely, this time we made it 2 days before we ran out of water. I did leave all these 5 pumps running. That could have had something to do with it. Okay, well, that looks to be it for water. Okie dokie then. We may as well take these barrel bots and move them over here. I have 2 unemployed barrel bots, so let's make them haulers for now. I am expanding the power setup. In the meantime, I'm also working on our reservoir over here. I'm working on it. It's going to be too deep because we've already got this set up right here. And I'm going to build the outer wall like that. So then I'm going to dynamite this inner portion here. So that way we have a 2 tall reservoir. And I'm gonna try and experiment with this water dump thing. I have no idea how it works. Mechanical water pump? I don't know. I'm going to have to mess around with it a little bit. I've also started putting some shrines and things tucked away in places. I'm trying to simultaneously work on improving their well-being while getting all this done, so let's get back to it. Fortunately for us, we just started running out of water and the drought is over. That was faster than I anticipated, actually. Here I was just blowing things up with some beavers. I had to make like a very windy path to be able to get up here, but you know, what's done is done. It's pretty exciting, actually. So, I have been keeping an eye on things and kind of lost track of my golems and realized they ran out of biofuel, and that's because I paused this way back. Remember that? Yeah, me too. So, I've unpaused it. Hopefully they start barrel botting back to work. We've got 4 of them who are unemployed now, which is actually kind of good news because we are, as always, in a gear deficit. So all my gear workshops are now going to be employed by barrel bots. Yay! And then I still have 3 unemployed barrel bots. I don't know where to put them just yet. So I actually built a shrine. Not a shrine, a temple. And I have tucked away some shrines in all of these weird little corners that I have. I'm working on a carousel over here. It's very large. I was hoping to put it here. I've cut back on the field size because we were just... our warehouses were stuffed to the brim with food. That's a good problem to have. But I made some more room for well-being building, so then there's a mud bath that I have to build, and hopefully we will start being able to satisfy a lot of these. I'd like to try and max out my well-being before calling this run complete. Okay, so I got very focused on what I was doing that I didn't even realize the drought had started. But we have so much water stored that we might be okay. Also, I wanted to share this with you. Reservoir somewhat complete. Here we go. Oh yeah. That's the reservoir, all right. Woohoo! So there are a few more things that I need to build in order to increase my well-being, and this includes the printing press so we can get books for knowledge. We need to work on fun, and I'm doing my best to accomplish that right now. Awe seems fairly straightforward, so do aesthetics, but we are very much so lacking on social life. Turns out that takes up a lot of room. I've got 4 terraces and 6 of these, and that's hardly enough. Also, the carousel that I built over here requires power, so maybe that's just going to be our ghost carousel that nobody ever gets to go to because it doesn't have power. But it's that cool thing the kids go and see every now and then because, you know, there's nothing else to do. Ooh! Look at that frame rate drop. Okay, well, I mean, we're making pretty good progress. We got the mechanical pump built. Except for the golem that exploded right in the middle of town and is polluting all of my beavers. I don't know what that means. Barrelbot 3 exploded. Who was this? This is Barrelbot 3. I was even trying to make additional disposal facilities because I noticed that... Oh, they say, oh, I made it to well-being 19. I made it to at least well-being 19. I did this with the temple. Lots of shrines. I started putting roofs on top of things. So let's see, we've got beaver statues all over the place. Like there's one right there. Scarecrows. I even built... pollution poisoning, -29. I don't actually know how to cure this injury. I'm gonna guess that was somebody caught up in the explosion. Well, I don't know how we cure them, to be quite honest. Like, there's no medical facility or anything. And there's no pop-up about how to cure this. So I'm gonna guess that they might just die. I also don't know how to get rid of these once they're here. Also, at this point in time, I just have so much going on that my frame rate is insane. Be low. Check this out. Nice. I was making room here to try to produce books. I have a lot going on in the background. Mainly I fast forwarded because I've just been out of vlogs for so long. I've sort of just been playing here silently, trying to get my hands on some more logs, but we might have an issue with poisoning instead. Forget about logs. You got a poison problem. The only thing is, I don't really know what to do to get rid of it. A lot of my other barrel bots are starting to run out of fuel. Its mechanisms are polluted. We have a biofuel tank, but it's actually, I think, the haulers who go and fuel them, but everybody's sick. And I'm not sure what to do. I thought one disposal facility would be enough, but it's actually very slow. It doesn't help that my efficiency is not at maximum. When it's not a drought, we have plenty of power, but all these windmills don't hold up. Okay, so it looks like my barrel bots just kind of explode, give off pollution, and then disappear? It was BarrelBot 69 that exploded. Oh no, wait, it was BarrelBot 3. BarrelBot 3 has exploded, so BarrelBot 4 is currently being disposed. I guess it just exploded, gave off icky stuff until it stopped existing. That's cool. So, I guess the good thing about being out of power is that we're starting to stockpile logs again because we're not actually processing them. And I had severely cut back on the number of trees we were processing because I figured we didn't need it. But the thing is, we did. We did. We need so many logs, it's insane. So I expanded my grow zone. Now that we have this here, my forester can actually reach all the way over. It's the woodcutters that can't reach, but I might build one over here and just see what we can do. So from what I've noticed, now that they've all recovered from their pollution poisoning, I've got some beavers that are injured. I'm not sure what for. I might have blown them up with dynamite. I am neither confirming nor denying this, but they refused to work when injured. I didn't check when they were poisoned, but that might have been the case as well, because now that everybody's back to work, or nobody's poisoned, it seems like things are getting back to work, whereas before they were not. If it happens again, we can confirm this. So as it happens, my little reservoir saved me, because look, we just ran out of water. Oh, we just ran out. It just ran out, but look what's back. The water's back. GG, little reservoir. I knew you could do it. I am actually not sure how to power this thing. I'm not sure where the plug is. I've tried a few different connections. I thought that one would work. I guess not. Okay, annoyingly enough, it looks like the side. Like this side right there. When I try to connect this here, I get power connection is blocked error, but when I connected it there, it was green, so I guess that means we're good to go. So I might take these cattails out, and hopefully we can get this thing powered. But it looks like their injuries just dissipate over time. This bar has slowly been depleting, so I think that is the answer. Also, this is running now, so it looks like you just build it. Luckily, it's one wide. It fits right on my levee. I think it might be on purpose, actually. And it just pumps water in here, so let's make sure to close this so we're not wasting a bunch of power. And I think it will just keep on pumping. I am not sure if we can like then pump it into a tank like this. It doesn't seem like it. No, I don't think so. Wouldn't that be nifty? Oh yeah, look at this. Question is it gonna automatically turn off? I kind of am... I'm ready to find out. Is it gonna automatically turn off? Yes, it does! Oh. And then it stops consuming power. It actually just looks like we ran out of power. There's not enough power for everything else. Well, I did want to build some more windmills. Okay, so we're finally getting the carousel built. And we haven't even needed a mine yet. These ruins have basically got us covered. We have so many metal blocks. I can probably even pause one of these smelters. Look at my unemployed beavers we have. They've been replaced by barrel bots, but that just means they get to live their lives and increase their well-being. Check this out. Aww. I was gonna put another Lido right here and another one right there. I think I'm gonna go for well-being 20 and then call this good enough. Even making books and everything over here. Let's use... Oh wait, we don't have barrel bots unemployed. I think it's because I need to manufacture more, but like logs and gears and stuff, I don't know. That's kind of why I'm gonna call it a well-being 20. Now that we have barrel bots pretty much running the place. Whoops, I never fixed that path there. Now that we've got barrel bots running the place, almost a third of our population is actually made of barrel bots. A quarter? No, I think closer to a third. Let's go with a quarter. They are a quarter barrel bots, and they've sort of taken all the tedious tasks. Like this area over here, well, I just built a gatherer flag, but this lumberjack, this forester's been replaced by a barrel bot, so is this one. Gatherer flag was to get chestnuts and everything because I don't have any currently. I've got this hauling post completely outfitted with barrel bots. The town center is filled with barrel bots. This forester's filled with barrel bots. So is this lumberjack. So is this builder's hut. So are all these buildings here. There's not too much left now. There's just really not too much left. Just about hit end game beyond just building for the sake of building. But that's not something that I truly like to do. I need goals or something, or scores. I don't know. So let's hit well-being 20, and that's gonna be my goal, and then I'm gonna call this run. I think it's gonna happen really soon. Whoa, there it is. Well-being of 20. I've started working on my bath though, and I'm like really determined. Turns out they need power, so of course they do, right? Of course they do. One of these days I will learn to check. Okay, they're up and running. Oh yeah, 21! New high score! New high score. I built a monument, and that has made a very big difference, I guess. Gives me plus 69 towards well-being, which is very nice. We have all of our basic needs fully satisfied. Nutrition is pretty much there. Social life, I put up 1,000,000 campfires, and I don't know. I'm not building anymore. Athletics are doing okay. We need lots of roofs, lots of scarecrows, lots more fun, and way more knowledge. So in the end, I feel like you could cover this entire map trying to satisfy all these requirements. And so as it turns out, this reservoir was pretty awesome. It was pretty freaking awesome. It managed to get us through the entire drought with me having left this open for at least a day before I realized it was a drought. And look at that. The water's back. The last thing I'm working on is building this flame of progress. It takes a lot of planks. Oh my, it's almost done. It's almost done. This has been a solid 4.5 hours of playing just to get to the point where I can build a flame of progress. I would say that I have made some progress. I've been entertaining myself in the meantime by expanding my reservoir one set of blocks at a time. There it is. There it is. 400 planks. Where did they all go? Into the flame, perhaps. Flame of progress. Well, either way, I said I was gonna hit 20, and I did, but now I really want to blow this up. Okay, let's blow it up, and then it's done. Okay, ooh, 22. Ding, ding, ding. Boom! 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And with that, I'm calling this colony complete. I think besides manually lowering and raising floodgates, it's pretty much self-sufficient, which is pretty amazing. And with that, I'm beavered out, so you know what that means? Jess out! But actually, if you enjoyed these few videos of mine, please be sure to like and subscribe, maybe comment. Stop by my Twitch channel when I'm live, link in the description below. I really appreciated you being here and watching. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Have a good one, and goodbye!